you're going to say a homicide, okay? Hey, welcome to Abe's Front Porch Talk, and
A homicide.
there you go. Welcome to the new channel here, folks. We are live. Tonight's topic is going to be about the Black Dahlia. As you all know, we came to you on Wednesday telling you guys about the channel name and what we're going to do here. We are... So as you notice, the name has changed. It's still going to stay Abe's Front Porch Talk, and it's going to also be and a homicide. The homicide's for the murder mysteries. Abe's Front Porch Talk is going to be stuff if I go exploring and things. Like I've told in the descriptions in my community post, the exploring may or may not involve some of the murder mysteries here. I've got some stuff locally where I can go around about the murder mysteries that happened and took place in my local town. I may or may not show that. I don't know. I have not made up my mind, but I do plan on going back to Little Richard's grave again, showing it on this channel, but it's on my other channel. I also plan on going back to Maple Hill Cemetery and the Dead's Children Playground this year if I can. So this time it'll be done live with no editing. So I just want to get that out of the way. Now, guys, and before I get fully started, please subscribe, share out the live, and hit that like button. And don't forget to comment while you're in, because that will help us see who's here. My moderators are in the room. And so Toxic 44 was not able to be with us Wednesday night when we was introducing ourselves and mentioning the name change of the channel and what we're going to do here. So she's here with us tonight. Toxic 44 has been with me since 2022. And y'all have seen her on the prophecies of Abraham and stuff. So guys, just welcome her on in. She's going to be with us. Remember, we're going to try to do this 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So we're here to have fun, no drama, no nothing. Be respectful in the comments or you will be booted out. So now I guess got that main stuff out of the way. Let's get this all started. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All ready as I'll ever be.
I forgot my tea. My tea's been steeping. I heated that up. I'll run and get it in a minute. Okay, let's get started. We have been doing research on the Black Dahlia. So, a lot of you are familiar with the Black Dahlia. You know the story. It happened in 1947. So she was 22 years old. Her name was Elizabeth Short. She died either on January 14th or the 15th, but her body was found on the 15th by a passerby, which we'll go in more details on that. But the murder has been unsolved ever since. It happened in Los Angeles, California. This is America's most infamous cold cases. Her body was found severed in half and mutilated in a vacant lot. So, and it happened in a vacant lot in Leimert Park, if I'm saying that right. Leimart, y'all. Is that Leimert? Leimart?
Something.
So my note says she was found on January the 15th, 1947 by a passerby. So did anybody find out who the passerby was on her?
No.
Alrighty.
Not yet, anyways.
So, and another thing I got, the killer allegedly sent notes to the police calling themselves the Black Dahlia Avenger. Did y'all get that when you did the research?
No, I'm still like working on some of it as we talk.
So I'm curious to know who the passerby was. But yeah. I'm going to let you, Outcast, mention her siblings since you've got that pulled up, who her siblings were.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'll just read what I have. Elizabeth Short was born July 29th, 1924, in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Boston, Massachusetts. The third of 5 daughters to Cleo Alvin Short Jr. October 18th of 1885, January 19th, 1967. And his wife, Phoebe May Sawyer, July 2nd of 1897 to March 1st, 1992. Her siblings were Virginia May West, 1920 to 1985. Dorothea Schulzer, 1922 to 2012. Elnora Chalmers from 1925 to 2022. And Muriel Short from 1929 to 2023.
All right. So now I've got to get my laptop here to go back because I'm going to pull up who that passerby was. Okay, Toxic. You found something last night I wanted you to talk about too. What was the suspects? What all did you find?
Just that there were 150 suspects, but they never did get an arrest.
My question is, how do you get 150 people and no arrest of suspects?
That is definitely a good question.
Nikita, do you have anything to?
What?
Do you have anything to add to that?
No, just that there was 150 suspects, but they never. I will tell you this: there was one guy, and he was like some type of a doctor, and given the manner that she was murdered in, he fit the description. And they hounded him for a while, but they never did get nothing on him enough to arrest him.
Damn.
I can't find nothing on who the passerby was.
And you probably won't.
I think that one's going to be like anonymous, but that was so long ago.
Right.
I was wondering too if it was just somebody traveling by or somebody that lived locally.
Right.
So, Nikita, what all did you find?
Just mostly stuff about the weapons. They said it was either a choice between a surgical knife, what do they call that? Or a special surgical knife, or a claw hammer.
Shit. I mean, I didn't know nothing about a claw hammer.
I didn't either. I knew about the power saw. I was about to say when I found something with the weapons, it was a power saw.
That's interesting.
But I also found today too that they think it had to be somebody that was good in the surgery room, like a surgical.
Right.
Someone that knew. Yeah.
Because of the precision and the way that she was cut in half.
Yeah.
It's like they knew just where to cut.
Yeah.
But they never found any proof of what weapon was possibly used.
Right. That's what's throwing me off. Guys, y'all continue talking on that. I've got to go get my drink.
Okay, you do that. Yeah, it definitely had to been someone who knew exactly what they were doing.
Right. That was messed up, though.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, a lady named Janice claimed that her father was possibly a subject.
A suspect?
Yeah, suspect,
I
not a
think
subject.
that guy may be the one I was thinking of that was some type of a doctor or something. I can't remember what he exactly did, but they hounded him for a long time, investigating him this, investigating him that, but they never got enough, I don't guess, to arrest him.
Not enough like evidence and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what I read. They didn't have enough evidence on the person.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, did they not bother to check the house?
That's a good question.
Because usually people who murder people tend to take the weapons home with them so it doesn't leave a print.
Well, and you also have to think about it. They didn't have the technologies that we do now for the DNA testing, the testing of the epithelials or whatever.
True.
Right.
So, yeah. Keep losing my spot.
And it would be way too old now to try to reopen that case because everything's basically gone already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be too deteriorated or anything to actually get like a DNA match from, whatever.
Okay, speaking of the DNA test, so to understand DNA testing in the 1940s, consider the following points. DNA structure was discovered in 1953, so testing methods were not yet developed in the 1940s, like Outcast was just saying. So, therefore, when all this was going on, they did not know what to really do.
Mm-hmm.
They only knew what they were taught, and this was probably one of the, what is it? The word, one of the best, maybe best isn't the word, but one of the serious murders that they have ever had to deal with for the time frame, maybe.
Maybe.
Because the way it reads, she was mutilated and cut up so bad that, what did it say? Her body was cut in half.
It was cut in
Yes.
half and drained of blood,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is only something a surgical person would know.
Right.
Yeah.
He cut her face.
Yeah, because this little blurb it here under the discovery says Short's severely mutilated body was completely severed at the waist and drained of blood, leaving her skin a pallid white. Medical examiners determined that she had been dead for around 10 hours prior to the discovery, leaving her time of death either sometime during the evening of January 14th or the early morning hours of January 15th. The body had apparently been washed by the killer. Short's face had been slashed from the corners of her mouth to her ears, creating an effect known as the glass glow smile. She had several cuts on her thigh and breasts, where entire portions of her flesh had been sliced away. The lower half of her body was positioned a foot away from the upper, and her intestines had been tucked neatly beneath her buttocks. The corpse had been posed with her hands over her head, her elbows bent at slight angles, and her legs spread apart.
Holy
So
freaking
this,
cow.
so this was obviously a very sadistic killer,
Who knew what the hell they were doing?
which more points towards a surgeon.
Right.
So it's almost like they've done this before.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of reminds me of Jack the Ripper.
That's it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you know how long they looked at Jack the Ripper, but they couldn't prove him. But look how many. Look at he done the exact same thing but they couldn't ever trace him down.
Exactly.
So whoever this was good at their job, and it kind of makes me, what you just read makes me wonder if they done this to some people in the past, but the body's never been found.
Yeah.
Or they're a copycat.
Yeah, could be a copycat. That read books or something.
Uh-huh.
But what I've got in my notes here, whoever the killer was, whoever this person that did this to the Black Dahlia, sent notes to the police calling themselves the Black Dahlia Avenger. So what did he think he had to avenge, and what was the problem with her when he had to take her life?
Exactly. And sometimes you can never really truly understand what the killer, serial killer, whatever, is truly thinking. And like why
Right.
they do crap like that.
My son just reminded me of where you can go, and I don't know if y'all want to do it or not, but they do have pictures. I mean pictures, and it's on Morbidly Hollywood.
Oh damn.
That's the website. That actually has that website's got a whole lot of crime mysteries like this.
Damn.
And the Black Dahlia is on that, but they actually put the pictures up of her cut in half and the whole 9 yards. They got pictures up on that.
Oh
website.
wow.
I'm trying to get there as soon as my laptop comes back on. It went off because I had it on the tablet. Oh, there's the penguins are again. Oh, sorry.
Oh look, shiny.
See the penguins?
Uh-huh.
You missed it a while ago, Toxic. We was in the studio talking, and Outcast was talking. We was in a conversation. All of a sudden, I was like, "Ooh, the penguins!"
And I was like, oh look, shiny syndrome. And then I showed him my sparkly cup. I was like, oh look, shiny.
But yeah, that whole thing about him sending letters to the police is totally a Jack the Ripper MO.
Yeah.
Leaving a mutilated woman in a strange place.
Yeah, messed up.
This sounds like a surgical copycat.
Did you? What was that again? Morbid Hollywood.
Morbidly Hollywood.
Okay. BIDLY.
Yeah.
I think I found it here.
They got a whole list of them.
I don't know how to actually put in the like pictures where we could show here of certain victims we're talking about.
Yeah.
And who may done it. I see I've got one person in the live. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hit the like button and share. Leave us a comment. Let us know who you are so we can say hello to you. Don't be shy. We'll say hello to you. So we are. So anybody that's just coming in, as you read the title, it's called The Black Dahlia. We are talking about the death of Elizabeth Short, who is also known as the Black Dahlia. And we have a lot of questions here. Holy cow! Okay, I just found the pictures. I can't show them on here because of that reason.
Right, exactly.
But it looks like if you ever watch a lot of the true crime shows or like just normal crime TV shows that comes on your favorite, and you see how they have the bodies mutilated in some of the scenes and stuff. That's what it looks like.
Mm.
That is, yeah. Oh my lord.
Gruesome.
Yes, very gruesome. I'm looking at this big time. I'll put it to you this way. Have you ever seen anybody that only had an upper torso body? That's what it looks like now from the pictures. Like when whoever did this to this poor woman, the upper torso's all you can, and it's showing how when they cut, how the body kind of separated or something. I don't know. That is, holy cow, makes me feel so bad. 22 years old, to be 22 years old and having to go through all of that.
Yeah.
So I can't show that on this live, folks. Thank you. I got 2 people in the room. Leave a comment, hit the like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Share with your family and friends. Hey, let us know who you are. Write a comment so we can see. But yeah, that was just, you will have to actually go to, like Toxic said, to that site and pull that up of the Black Dahlia just to see it. And I would actually recommend no minors watching this unless an adult is present.
Yes.
I'm going to throw that out there just in case I need to just save my butt from legal trouble or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My channel is set for adults only anyway, so
minors don't need to see that.
Yeah. So if you're an adult, I would not let my child see that at all.
You want to know something very coincidental? So there are 59 years between the Jack the Ripper cases and the Black Dahlia.
That's insane.
59 years.
59.
Yeah, he was running rampant in the 1800s, wasn't he?
Yeah, November 1888.
Yeah.
So 59 years in between those two.
So do you think the man who did this, do you think it could, well, that would probably be a stupid question. Do you think it was a copycat of Jack the Ripper?
I think it was a copycat.
Because like with the precision and all that, it had to have been.
Yeah. And then the disappearing and never caught, that's totally a Jack the Ripper MO.
Yeah, that's definitely an MO for sure.
And then
Have there been multiple weapons involved in this?
So, like with Jack the Ripper in this, the blade was a surgical knife, which is usually about 6 to 10 inches. So, which basically a stiletto blade.
Oh, wow.
So basically something that's probably about this big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And because of the DNA evidence, they didn't know a lot about blood splatter either.
Yeah.
Because when you watch the true crime or like any of those TV crime shows, they talk about they can go by a blood splatter when things like this happens because they can look on the wall, the ceilings, the doorways. I mean, they really, even outside, they got lights to detect on the ground. And they used to be able to find that and take samples of that and run it back through the lab. But because this was in the 40s, this did not exist, and a lot of that technology to help find anything of blood splatter or stuff did not. The technology they used were different from today, so today's stuff did not work back then. They did not have it.
Yeah. Well, like Outcast said, they believe that her body was washed, so there wouldn't have been blood splatter anyways.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
They'd
he
have to go
washed the
through-
body?
He
Yeah.
he done this somewhere else and cleaned her up and all that smack, drained her blood and everything, and then cleaned her up, and then hauled her out there after he did what he did. Hauled her out there and placed her. He what's the word? Like
Posed?
there you go. Thank you. He posed her in the way that she was found.
Hmm.
Which is another reason why I think it's a copycat of Jack the Ripper, because he posed his victims also.
And I'm sitting in here thinking, since he did it somewhere else, I'm thinking Dexter in my mind.
Dexter.
But whoever it was very smart, and they knew how not to get caught in.
Yeah.
Or they were dumb and just did enough research.
And they always say in those true crime shows, even in the TV crime shows, they say that the killer always made one mistake. They think they cover their tracks, but there's always one mistake that they always miss.
Yeah,
But
they
this one,
missed it all on this one.
yeah, this one has. And you would think this been 2026, they could find who it was, but they somehow or another they can't.
Yeah.
Well, with the age of the crime and the body deterioration, there wouldn't be any prints or anything left over, especially with her not having any blood.
Right. And they think they have found out who Jack the Ripper was through DNA. That they've gone back and they think they found out who he was, but yet they can't find who the killer was for the Black Dahlia. And
Exactly.
being the time frame now, and the year she was born, and she was 22. How old was the person that killed her?
I'd say in the late 30s, early 40s, or maybe late 40s, early 50s.
Because with her being that age, the person would have to be in their 30s in order to overpower her.
Yeah.
That's probably what they used to, because she was beaten the head, and that's what killed her. That's probably what that claw hammer was for.
Probably.
Curiosity, I want to know what a claw hammer is.
Oh, I do. You don't know? Did you just say you don't know what a claw hammer is?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, I heard you right. It's a hammer, just a regular hammer, but it's got two
with the
two things on the back of it to pull the nails out.
Okay, well, why didn't they just say a normal traditional hammer with a claw?
It's called a claw hammer.
So typically weighs between 16 to 20 ounces for standard use.
It's just a normal hammer with a claw, but the name of it's claw hammer. And some hammers have almost like a hatchet on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how that one's got its name. I'm trying to find out, why did the killer, I'm trying to figure out a way to type this into the search bar here. Why did the killer call themselves the Black Dahlia Avenger? What is that all about?
Right.
Yeah. Well, with me, it
Yes,
seems more like of a jealousy killing.
it does, don't it?
It could have
Yeah,
been,
like
yeah.
maybe it was like one of her patrons from the diner she possibly worked at.
Because she been having an affair with somebody's husband, and do they know? Well, since they really don't know who the killer was, could it been a woman that done this?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. It would take a lot of leverage, especially with the claw hammer to do that, unless the woman was extremely angry.
And for the time frame too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how tall was she?
I don't know.
I don't
She
think
was
it's.
She was 5'5".
5'5", about the size of my mom. So the person probably had to be around 5'9" to 6'2". Go. There's that as one sadistic killer, though.
Right.
It was.
Abe went to that website and saw it.
Yeah.
He saw the pictures.
It's got a lot on there.
Yeah, it does.
Go.
Hello.
Hi. How are you, sweetheart?
I go downstairs. Hey,
Hi.
No.
what were you kids doing?
What are we doing? We're talking.
What about you kids?
Oh.
So I can't really find why the
I don't know what he's
person
doing.
was calling themselves the Black Dahlia Avenger.
Hmm.
Why would they?
I don't know if you guys can find, because I typed in, why did the murderer call themselves the Black Dahlia Avenger?
Yeah, okay, so just going by the wording alone,
Honey, it's not sissy. It's
the Black Dahlia, which would be people
no,
that's coming
it's not
together
sister.
Hi.
Abe, that's people that trying to come together
What
and
you guys doing today?
solve it.
Hey there, little one.
Hi, Abe.
Hi, Abe.
Hi. Well,
Hi, Toxic.
Hi
we got two
there.
little ones with us.
Oh, okay. Hi, Toxic.
I'm
No.
toxic.
I'm not toxic. That's Papa.
Okay, go back upstairs, Bubba. Please, can you go back upstairs?
No.
Sorry, I was trying to find that because I was curious. I can't find,
Get 'em.
Okay.
but it'd be all right. So I guess anybody that's watching and listening, they can pull it up, and then they can leave comments on it too if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But
What? No, it's not music.
somebody was saying something a while ago, and I then got lost here.
I was trying to tell you about the Avenger. That meant somebody that's come together. Were there multiple Avengers or just the one?
I don't know. I think it was just the one because
Well, that meant somebody
Bubba, she's
that
not
was
there
trying
anymore.
to help solve the murder.
they was just calling themselves. All I got from last night when I researched it said the killer allegedly sent notes to the police calling themselves the Black Dahlia Avenger.
Okay, so Elizabeth Short was given the name Dahlia, the Black Dahlia, by the press
Mom.
It ain't TikTok because I wouldn't be able to let
due
her
to her
know.
appearance.
Oh, she's on the screen?
She was.
Okay, that's great. I don't want to be on the screen, so I can look. Go ahead.
Well, hello there. She like, I want on TV this time.
Right?
She don't know. She don't realize how many millions of people might end up seeing her.
Yeah.
She might become famous,
Yeah.
and so will little man up there.
Yup.
Little man and the other little angel down here. So what
Yup.
was you saying, Nikita?
So basically, she was called the Black Dahlia because of her dark appearance.
Okay,
Because of her what?
So what?
Because of her what?
Because of her her appearance.
her dark
Oh,
Yeah, her
appearance.
darker appearance. So like her makeup was dark, her lipstick, her hair.
okay.
Sounds gothic.
So dark but beautiful. Go. But it also says an earlier package was delivered to the press containing Short's personal effects such as her birth certificate, address book sent by someone claiming to be the killer.
Damn.
That's creepy.
You're right.
Holy cow!
Hey, hey, Cass.
Yes, sweetheart.
What, why tell you so to go upstairs?
Because she did, and that's none of your business.
Because daddy's up there.
Okay.
She just interrogated you.
Yes, she did.
She don't know. I have to get on to her all the time for it.
I was telling Toxic the other night she should be a judge herself, boy. She was. I forget what it was she said now, but I was like, she needs to be a judge because she interrogated me over something the other night.
Oh, damn.
Hey.
I just gave myself a paper cut.
I think I said something. I forget what it was. I think I said something. She said, "Stop lying."
Oh, damn.
You see our Cass?
Yeah, I'm okay, sweetheart.
Okay. I do what you know.
Go play. Go play.
Hey, is it showing any comments on y'all's end by anybody in the live?
I
Because the
don't
only
even
one
see
I
a
got is
comment.
from Outcast.
I don't
Nope,
even
just
see a
mine.
comment section.
What?
No, I don't see any either.
Okay, you
Back
need to,
up.
like, not do that crap while I'm on
Alrighty,
Clubhouse.
so
I don't even see a comment section, Abe.
So at the
it's
bottom there's the mic, the camera, and then there's this little chat bubble.
yeah,
You
they've
need to go.
updated a lot
Okay, take those and go upstairs, please.
because I don't know how it looks on y'all's end. I can only go by what is showing on mine because mine is a little different, I think.
So now they're thinking that there's a possibility that there's a link between the Black Dahlia murder case and the Zodiac killer.
And who's the other killer? The link between
The Zodiac killer?
the Zodiac killer. I forgot about him.
Yeah, they're thinking it's probably the same person.
Oh,
So
I'm
the
sorry. I
Zodiac
hit the
killer,
button.
also known later as Meryl, had the surgical skills necessary to sever Short's bodies.
oh wow! Did you
No.
hear what he said? They compared the killer to. They think it's the Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which would make sense. He also had, military background, so he had the strength to lift a body.
Back then, the vehicles wasn't many vehicles like it is today.
Yeah.
So how did they have a vehicle? Because those were what probably back in those time T models,
Yeah.
and they mainly traveled around in horse and buggy too.
You
So
need to go play.
how did they take the Black Dahlia's body from wherever they did this to her at, and then loaded the body up and transport it to the vacant lot and put it in that vacant lot?
Right.
Bailey, get over here. I'm doing something. Now go.
And they did not. So back then they couldn't, like we was talking about the DNA, because that's all going to fall back onto the DNA. So
Right.
what was used to transport the body?
That is a good question.
Back in those times, you basically had to be rich just to have a vehicle, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
So it's not like this person walked carrying the body in two separate bags or
Well, think about it. If they had the surgical skill, they were probably a surgeon or a doctor, so they had access to the morgue, which means they could probably transfer it in a hearse.
right.
I think it was probably a doctor of some kind too. Done
I mean-
retarded. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
nobody would question a doctor.
Exactly.
I was about to say, do you think, since you mentioned the morgue, do you think it could have been somebody who's good at operating on dead bodies to begin with because of the autopsies reports and stuff that
Like a
how they
medical
have to?
examiner.
Yes.
Which also makes sense with, like draining of blood. They would have to do that on the table.
Right.
So why didn't they just go check the possible morgues?
I bet they didn't think about that.
Probably not.
Because that's where all the tools would be to do what they done to her. Because that when they do the autopsy, they really got the tools because they have to basically cut the scalp to remove the brain, to the surgical tools. But
Yeah.
my question is, was she already dead at this point when they cut her in half, or was she still alive?
Well,
Because she's got that blunt force trauma to the head and the cuts.
She was dead before they cut her.
Yeah. Otherwise, there would have been no way to hide all the blood splatter and stuff.
Oh, of course not. With all the arterial spray and stuff like that. Like, dude, no.
And
There
the
would be no
screaming.
hiding that. Oh, well, that
and the
too.
screaming.
But either way, there would be no possible way of hiding that kind of thing if she was still alive.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. If I were them, I would go literally back through that place because, no matter how many times you you clean up that area, there's still going to be traces of blood.
unless you take bleach to it, because bleach destroys any and all DNA evidence.
True. But
Really?
back then, do you think people really thought about bleach?
No. I'm just saying.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? As much
No.
TV you watching, you didn't know that?
No, didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Thank you, NCIS.
Bleach will take out anything.
Sounds like to me, if anything goes wrong, you all just told them you did it and you used bleach in your personal life. Y'all just got your own self sentenced.
But then again, at the same time, you kind of just made yourself guilty because you're blaming all the other three people.
Because I'm blaming what?
So, psychology, they're going to let us say, oh, well, he's blaming these people. So he probably actually did it.
I'm just trying to do some detective work. That's what they should be doing and thinking themselves to find the person who did it.
Chair. Ouch. Ay, ay, ay.
So now, are you trying to do a citizen's arrest?
Seems that way. Oh my gosh, I cannot write.
You taking notes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, honestly, I think it was a surgeon that did it in a morgue. Waited till she was like completely gone, then chopped her up.
Oh,
I really could see that because that's the only person that could do it. Because what was the hospital's lot back then? There's no way if it was a doctor or surgeon could take this person inside of a hospital.
oh no, this was done somewhere behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Or after hours.
Could it been a medical examiner for the time frame? Or could it been I don't know if a funeral director could do that or not either.
They did have the skills back then. They were all trained.
Yes. Because they got, if to be able to work in the morgues or funeral home, when you get bodies like this, you have to be able to try to fix them up and stuff. And as time progressed, if you notice that what used to be, even like in the 90s, if somebody was in a bad car wreck and got their face or skull was all smashed in or something like that, they used to have to close the casket. It had to be a closed casket funeral.
Mm-hmm.
But somewhere in the midst, they figured out they can fix the skulls by using some type of silicone or something in place, I guess. I don't know where that's coming from. It just came to me. I guess all the shows I've watched. But
yeah.
it's and they have the tools to do it, and that's the main place for the tools is either in the funeral home inside the morgue. So let's just say, what if this Black Dahlia Avenger was a funeral director? Say he owned his own private funeral home. So nobody would ever known what he was doing in the morgue of his own funeral home.
True.
Well, I know somewhere where I was reading also, it did say she had a fight with her father at one point. So we don't know if her father might have been a morgue director.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my God. In December of that year, at age 18, Short relocated to Vallejo, California to live with her father, whom she had not seen since age 6. At the time, her father was working at the nearby Mare Island Naval Shipyard on San Francisco Bay. Arguments between Short and her father led to her moving out in January 1943.
So who was her dad, and what kind of job did he have?
Okay, hold on. Now let me go back to the beginning of my notes here. Where did it say?
Are we going to try to solve this murder?
I don't know. It doesn't. If I don't see her father's name, but it says Short's father built miniature golf courses until he lost most of his savings in the 1929 stock market crash. In 1930, his car was found abandoned on the Charleston Bridge, and it was assumed that he had jumped into the Charles River. Believing her husband to be deceased, Short's mother began working as a bookkeeper to support the family.
Oh wow! So her daddy committed suicide.
That's
Suppose
what they had thought. But then in late 1942, Short's mother received a letter of apology from her presumed dead husband, which revealed that he was, in fact, alive and started a new life in California.
In 1932,
42.
42.
Yeah.
And then the Black Dahlia ends up dead in 47, 1947.
which is
Yeah.
4 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pointing fingers at the dad.
Right, because like if you remember earlier, I read that Elizabeth and her father they had a fight. That's why she had moved out in what did I say? What year? 43 in January. So
And if you think about it, military background, he had the strength to take her out. There's medical supplies on a military boat.
naval ship, but yes,
Ship. All hands are pointing to him right now, and then he just poof.
So the Black Dahlia's dad was in the military.
yes, he was working at the naval shipyard.
And they would have the tools on the ships because of the wars and stuff. And he
Uh-huh.
knew how to handle injured bodies and things.
Yeah.
And with the shipyard, you could lose anything there, nobody would know.
Yeah.
I think Daddy was the killer.
So what about the mother, her mother? Where did she fall into place during all of this? And
It really doesn't say much about her mother after she was working as a bookkeeper. It doesn't really mention the mother very much. But it did mention one of her sisters. Let's see. Duh. Oh my God, where'd it go? Short's sister Dorothea also served in the war and was assigned to decode Japanese messages, and that's all that little blurb it on her sister.
The plot thickens.
so when I said a woman earlier, but y'all said you didn't believe it could be a woman because of the time frame and stuff like that. But her sister was also in the military.
Right, decoding
So,
Japanese messages.
but her sister could have got some training on how to handle bodies and stuff like that. What do you think, Toxic?
I don't see that. Outcast just said she was a decoding. Yeah, that has nothing to do with the medical field, really.
I was just kind of wondering because of the boot camp she had to go through and getting the strength because the boot camp.
I'll still blame the dad.
Could be the dad. Now y'all got. Now it's like I feel like I'm playing a game of Clue here.
Right?
And it's kind of like the game of Clue, trying to figure out, okay, who's the murderer, which weapon was used, because it tells you which one they thought could have been used, but which room did it happen in? A morgue? Did a person own a private funeral home and was able to take the body into the morgue and do this? or like I
That
said,
makes the
the
best
military
sense because
stuff.
of the draining of
Right.
the blood.
The what, Toxic?
I said that makes the best sense because of the draining of the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But
Nikita's right. Somebody had access to a morgue.
yeah. So I think Dad knocked her out at the shipyard, took her to the funeral home knowing she was darn well dead, cut her in half, and got rid of her.
Yep.
So let's see here. And the police and the detectives back then, the homicide detectives did not catch on to all of this.
Well, they
Because it
weren't
seemed like
exactly.
they would have went to the funeral homes. But at that time, gotta think, even at the funeral homes, they also brought the bodies back to the person's home and laid the bodies out in the casket at the homes.
Well, they did say her body was washed.
Yep. And they wash them in the funeral home. Now, do they do that in the morgues where, like, say somebody is, like when somebody is killed, like in a wreck or something, they take them to the city morgue before the funeral home where they do all the autopsies. I can't even think the name of that doctor now. Done said it once and done forgot it.
The EME.
Medical examiner?
Yes, the medical examiner.
The EME.
Sorry, Archie. Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Do they wash the bodies there when they do autopsies from the medical examiners, or do they just do what they do, then send them back to the funeral home and let the funeral home clean them up?
I would think they would clean them up there and then send them over to the morgue to have them, fix the bodies.
Yeah.
There's an insider involved.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta step away from it.
Okay.
More fingers are pointing to the dad.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay.
So we got the more part. So that's some good questions there.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic, what's your opinion on the morgues and the medical examiners? Hey, Toxic.
Yeah.
What's your? She didn't hear me the first time. What's
No,
your?
I heard you. I was talking to Katie.
Oh, what's your opinion on the medical examiners? Do you think after they do the autopsies in the morgue, they clean the bodies up
I'm sure they do.
and then ship them out to the funeral home?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean,
So it has to, like y'all said, it has to be somebody with that type of background, with the tools to do this.
Hey, this is not my live at all. I'm just going to weigh in before I go to the bedroom. Just something everybody should keep in mind. When did this happen?
1947.
I don't do math that quick. How many years ago?
59?
59 years ago? Is that what you just said?
No, 78. Justin said
Okay, maybe
it was in 1947.
Yeah, so it was 70-something years ago, almost 80.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I've been hearing a little bit on and off. I have not heard the whole conversation. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. I've been hearing y'all say, hey, we have a whole lot more technology than we did back then, yada, yada, yada. And she was 100% right. I'm saying, like, right now, to this day, we're in 2026, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what we know is 2026 and probably 10, 15, maybe even 20 years prior to that. And I'm going to say, like, if let's just say Toxic, I woke up and she was dead right here, right? She would go to the morgue. They would collect their samples. If they suspected foul play, they would continue their samples. She only goes to the funeral home when they are done getting all evidence. Now, I don't know what they did. How many years ago did you just say? I don't know what the protocol was 78 years ago. Whatever, 70 something fucking years ago. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. It's way longer than I've been alive, okay? So I'm sure protocol has changed up 10 times from right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would go based off anything. I'm sure the protocol has changed so freaking much. Like when my mom died of cancer in the home, she didn't go to the morgue. She went straight, like the hearse come to pick her up. She went straight to the funeral home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Obviously,
Right.
this is
Yeah.
a completely different story. There's very apparent foul play. So I would think my point is she would not go to the funeral home until the morgue was done with her. The morgue is who does all evidence collecting, all foul play collecting, but that could have been different 70 something years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like they've changed so much.
They didn't really have nothing to collect on this
Right, right. Like we're talking like nowadays when they have all these cold cases, like I think their cold cases are cold for so long and they like
That's what
burn
this is.
all evidence. So I don't even know if they have any evidence from this thing. It's so long ago. But my point is that they change protocol all the freaking time. It changes so much.
Mhm.
So I don't know what it would be. But nowadays, yes, the coroner would not release that body until all their evidence. Police would not go anything from a funeral home. They would go everything that the what's it called? Mortuary?
Mhm.
What?
Look on camera.
Is it on wall?
No, I don't know.
I'll leave you alone. That was just my input. Good night, guys.
No, that was good.
Hey.
Actually, that was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You should sit down next to Toxic and join us.
No, I got kids. Hey, stop playing like you don't know my life. Come on now.
But well, she does have a good point. I mean, she is right there on that.
Right.
But how many funeral homes existed around that area, and how many medical examiners existed in that time frame?
What happened?
He threw the gate into my back.
But for all the tools that they thought, though, going back to the weapons and the tools that were used for this, who back then could only have access to all of that stuff?
Right.
Because you could go back to a farmer, but a farmer's not going to do that clean of a cut.
Exactly. It's gonna be all jagged and whatnot.
Right. This wasn't jagged at all.
Yeah.
But I do have the question, though, could have this person killed other people before the Black Dahlia
Very
and
true.
done something to the bodies and never been found? But this one is one of the ones that they did, and they were trying to maybe make a
Yeah,
scene.
like they were humiliating her by posing her out there like they did. Yeah.
Yes. And it's almost like what you said the other night. Whoever did this for the time frame, they're probably dead now. They went to their grave knowing they never got caught, and they committed murder and got by with it.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
And I'm just surprised. Out of 150 suspects, 150, you couldn't find one person.
Right.
Not one.
And the main one that they thought that they did question, and they thought they did not have enough evidence to arrest him and charge him for murder.
Yeah.
Hold on. Stop. That one? Well, like they were saying on the thing, they never really considered her father as a suspect.
Right.
I
But
would have automatically.
how would her dad be able to get all the weapons that they described?
Maybe he
Exactly.
already had them.
Maybe.
I mean, if he literally worked in a shipyard, he could have easily just walked over there, grabbed him, pocketed him.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
And back then, you're not going to want to leave the weapon because all of them were physically licensed to the person.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I learned that from my grandpa.
Abe, I'm fixing to have to go. I got to take the dogs out.
Yeah, I've been on for an hour and something. I think it's about time to end. It's been an hour and 5 minutes.
Mm.
But I think it's done pretty good tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we kind of discovered what type of person this could have been.
Holy shit. You were born in
69.
And the question remains about how did they access the weapon? You know, we may have to do a part 2 on this.
Yeah.
So whenever we decide to do a part 2, I don't know.
Yeah.
But because I think we've got more questions after talking about it, we come up with more questions.
Yeah, more questions than answers.
Right. So I think there's going to be a part 2 to this, but we'll have to get together on a part 2.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, and what kind of notes did you get?
Who are you talking to?
Anybody? I thought Outcast was taking notes.
Oh yeah, I'm still taking notes. Yeah, I've got like 4 pages.
I've got
Holy
notes
cow.
here, and I've got notes here.
Dang. I'm slacking.
Yeah.
Usually I'm on top of a lot of this stuff. Yeah, there's going to be definitely a part 2, guys. We will have to let you know once you watch this video, comment part 2. We'll let you know when the part 2 be coming out. I don't see it happening in the next week. I was thinking maybe next Friday, but I think this is going to take a little bit more time to do a little bit more research or something on.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of questions, and I want to know who the person was that could have gained, what type of person could have gained these type of weapons during that time frame. Because I was sitting here thinking in my mind a farmer, but a farmer wouldn't have that type of equipment.
No.
Yeah.
The
And
only
like I was
type
saying
of
earlier.
Like a surgeon or medical examiner.
yeah,
Somebody with medical skills.
Mm-hmm.
and then there was the Zodiac killer. They're compared. You said they compared it to the Zodiac killer, right, Nikita?
Yeah, because he had the skills to do the surgery stuff, and he had the military background.
Alrighty.
What time frame was he running rampant? Because I think he was more in the 60s and 70s.
Well, he could have had help later on.
I wrote that down. Zodiac killer, military background. Hey, this is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, area between December 1968 and October 1969.
Do what now?
So he couldn't have done it.
Unless he did it when he was younger.
That was 20-something years later.
So which means he could have been. How old was the Zodiac Killer?
We'll get on the Zodiac Killer at some point because I think we're going to do serial killers too.
Right. Dang, we done mentioned Zach. We done mentioned the Ripper, and now we done mentioned the Zodiac Killer in this live, and then found ourselves in the research on it.
Right?
And we still got to figure out an episode for Monday and Wednesday of next week,
Yeah.
and Friday.
Yeah.
Well, we can do Robert Picton one day.
I was thinking, do y'all want to do the pig farmer on Monday?
Yeah, we could, because that'll give me time over the weekend to get more notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're still live. We're about to end. We're just talking. I should have done ended, went into the studio. Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, we're going to do the Canadian pig farmer, Robert Picton. So, remember that, who's watching this live. But I'm going to go ahead and end this now, if that's okay with everyone in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hope you guys had fun. Hope you liked the video. Share out, subscribe. And guys, have a good weekend. And we will see you Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Time here on Abe's Front Porch Talk and Toxic.
A homicide.
Thank you.